Okay, hi! I'm Cherry and you've stumbled upon my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 2022 reading goals and resolutions. I can't believe it's been a year since I've decided to upload regularly on BookTube. I have met so many amazing friends, discovered so many amazing new channels, and got a lot of incredible recommendations. And I guess I'm here to stay for a little bit. Happy New Year, guys! Happy New Year! So today I'm going to be sharing with you some simple reading goals and resolutions that I've decided to do for 2022, because last year I gave myself too much pressure and I really had a hard time following the goals and resolutions consistently. So for this year I decided to take it easy on myself and make my goals and resolutions doable, actually doable for someone like me, a mood reader. Let us begin. I have my reading bullet journal here where I wrote my reading goals and resolutions, and I'm just going to read it out and maybe explain it a little bit to you guys. So my number one reading goal is to read 33 books. Last year my reading goal was to read 30 books and I made it to 79 books. I am so mad that I did not read another book to make it 80. I did not get that chance, but I did read 79 books, which is a lot more than I expected. And I know I can maybe read more this year, but like I said, I didn't want to pressure myself, so I just added 3 more books to my initial goal of 30 last year. So this year it's going to be 33. And if I go beyond that, then good for me, right? My reading resolution number 2 is to read what I want. Like I said, I put too much pressure on myself and I didn't read exactly books that I want. I read them for readathons, I read them for specific prompts, and half the time I didn't enjoy myself. I mean, I read a lot of amazing books, but it was only at the end of the year where I decided to go fuck it and just read whatever I felt like reading. And as a mood reader, that is like the dream. But also, being a mood reader is hard for when you love joining readathons and you love making TBRs and you love joining reading challenges. I'm just going to take it easy and read whatever I want, and if it fits a certain prompt or it fits a certain challenge, then again, good for me, right? Number 3 is read more manga and graphic novels. I also had this resolution last year and totally failed it because I just wasn't in the mood. I was really in the mood for novels instead of graphic novels and comic books and mangas, even though I had a lot of those on my TBR. Like The Sandman, I was supposed to reread The Sandman last year and didn't get to, and there's a TV show coming up, so I want to reread that this year before the series comes out. And I have a lot of Yuri mangas on my TBR as well, and I'm just looking for opportunities to read them last year. But for this year, if I'm in the mood for graphic novels, manga, comics, I will not hesitate to drop the book temporarily and read the graphic novel, manga, comic book that I want. Speaking of which, I have a Manga Tracker on my bullet journal so I can hold myself accountable, because last year I tried making a tracker and it ended up being empty by the end of the year because I think I read like 1 manga, and yeah, that just didn't work out for me. But for this year, I actually wrote down the titles that I want to read, including the volumes, so I can fill it in when I'm done, and it serves as a tracker. So I'm just excited for that, actually. And then my reading resolution number 4, I am still not sure which one to follow, because the first one is to tackle half of my physical TBR before buying more books. There's a loophole there. I can read digital stuff. I can get a lot of books digitally and yet still not touch my physical TBR in the end. So I also have like a follow-up to that, and that is read 7 by 1. And I got that idea from Mari from Mac and Books. She made a rule to buy 1 book for each 10 she's read physically, I think. I think that's an amazing idea. But because 7 is my favorite number and it's also my lucky number, I've decided to go with 7. Although another loophole for that is I am not sure if I meant 7 physically or 7 generally, including audiobooks and digital copies of books. I will figure that out. I will figure that out soon, I swear. But for now, I'm not sure. But I feel like I will follow the read 7 by 1 rule instead, because that sounds more challenging and that sounds a lot more fun. My reading resolution number 5 is to try joining book clubs and read-alongs. When I tweeted about this, a lot of people invited me to join their book clubs and told me about the read-alongs happening for the rest of the year, and I thought that was really great. I was so happy a lot of people reached out and shared their book clubs and stuff, because now I'm a part of multiple, and like I said, I want to read what I want. I'm not going to pressure myself to read the book club picks unless I really want to read it, or when I have the extra time or I don't know what to read, I'll pick it up. But it is fun discussing books with other people who've read it as well, so I'm really enjoying my time with these book clubs. I followed a few book clubs on Twitter and I am part of a few Discord servers, and I'm just having the time of my life. And also, I am a co-host in one of these book clubs, and that is the Haunted Corner book club, which I am so happy about. I was invited at the right time because, like I said, it was my resolution, and when I was invited, I was like, oh my god, definitely. I'm definitely co-hosting that with you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I will link the Haunted Corner Twitter and Discord in the description box down below. Please join us. It will always be on my description box. And please join us and we can discuss mapping the interior in January. The 6th and final goal is to read more diversely. I also added this to my goals last year. I think I succeeded quite a bit. But for this year, I want to read really more diversely. I read a lot of sapphic books. I want to branch out to other stories in the spectrum and other races and other ethnicities, and read more translated novels maybe. So yeah, I just really want to read more diversely, because in the Philippines, the most accessible books are either by white authors or by Asian authors. I want to read more by indigenous authors. I want to read more by Black and Latinx authors. So that's the plan, and hopefully I can stick to it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to pressure myself, not going to put like a monthly goal on how many. If I am inclined to pick up a book by a BIPOC author, then I am not going to hesitate in doing that, because I do have a lot of that on my list. And since I have my Kindle, I can have more access to it instead of like buying a physical copy all the time. But yeah, read more diversely. I feel like that is literally everyone's reading goal every single year. I don't know if we succeed all the time, but this year I am determined to read more diversely. Anyway, those are my reading goals and resolutions for 2022. Please anticipate my best and worst books of 2021, because I feel like those will be fun to film, and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. And there will be controversial opinions in my worst books, and please don't stone me to death. I feel like I will get stoned. Please don't burn me at the stake. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye and Happy New Year!